So we started this journey. Why we started the journey? Basically, we wanted to help the entrepreneurial ecosystem. See, funding, there are a lot of VCs are there, lot of PEs are there, lot of angel forums are there. Funding, a lot of people are doing. But if companies have to succeed, unless there is a proper mentorship. So that's where, we bring that very high quality of mentorship and hand-holding those companies. See that they are all successful. That's the reason why we named this fund as a Succeed Innovation Fund. All the companies where we are investing, whom we are mentoring, they have to be successful. The Silicon Valley model of VC investments, only 1 out of 10, they are successful. We are already reversing that. Here, 9 out of 10 are going to be successful. Already, many of them are successful in the journey. So I want to thank all our limited partners, all our investors who, have a lot of faith in us that we are going to not only give their money back, but many multiples. That's what we are all trying to work 24/7 to see that whatever they invested with us, that money we want to return with good multiples. The path is on the way. In addition to that, I want to particularly thank some of our daughter funds. I don't know how many people are aware. Many companies, they wanted to start their own fund. Instead of that, we requested them, why don't you join with us as a daughter fund? And we have already 3 daughter funds, right? And 2 more are going to join. And I want to make an announcement. These 2 daughter funds who are going to make a big investment into Succeed Innovation. The first one, I want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Ravindranath Chowdhury. So, Dr. Ravindranath Chowdhury, after selling global hospitals, 80% of the wealth is donated to a fund, a trust, and he is going to set up ultra-modern, the university, research medical university, and also is incubating a lot of health tech and med tech companies in the incubation facility. So, he has agreed to have a 100 crore daughter fund, health tech, life sciences, and healthcare and medtech. These are the areas. The focus fund is going to be 100 crore fund with Succeed Innovation as a daughter fund. I also request NT Chowdhury. NT Chowdhury comes from my native place, Anantapur. He also agreed to put 50 crores as a daughter fund. So why, so many people want to invest with Succeed, because as I mentioned to you, we want to make sure that all the startups where we are investing, we want to make sure that they are going to be successful. So I request Sachan Garu, who is the RERA chairman for the Telangana state, to come and felicitate our 2 daughter funds.
Just a general idea on how the early investment funds are doing. Capital inflow in Indian startups is expected to touch $300 billion by 2030. The number of investors who are funding Indian startups from year by year, they are continuously growing with a CAGR of 26%. Expected number of Indian unicorns are supposed to touch 280. Right now it's around 120. You can see the numbers, how many investors are supporting the Indian startups and the innovation in the tech side. We have sector focus of 6 sectors, and we have added another sector this year on the digital economy and emerging technology. Our focus is early stage funds, deep tech companies solving Indian problems. This is the fund's key highlight. We started with a 100 crore fund. This year we have increased the corpus to 300 crores. We are doing 2.03x as on this November data. If you see the companies where we have invested and they have raised funds in the subsequent round, we are doing 3.5x kind of a multiple. So all your wishes, all your money, all your support based on the continuous support from the money, from the mentors, from the curators who help us in evaluate the deal and mentoring. We have done well, and we are still we are only 3rd year in our operations. These are the portfolio highlights, how we have done till now, December 15. These are the numbers. We have funded 59 portfolio companies. We have done 16 follow-on rounds in them. We have invested around 60 crores so far and continue to invest in this year. 300 crore kind of fund has been raised by our portfolio company where we have participated 60 crores. Combined valuation of our portfolio companies comes to around 3,500 crores and growing. If you'll see the data, the early stage funds continue to outperform other funds or private equity funds or the growth stage funds. These are data which has been done all across AIFs in India, starting from 2015 to March 2023. So the number would have grown. Just to give a idea that this is the investment manager team headed by all 6 GPs, Jay sir, Lax, Raju sir, Ramesh, myself and Vikrant. This is the team who works with us every day, 24/7. And all of them are here. Please support them.
We started with an angel network in past. Then we invested through a triple IT seed fund. Some of you might be aware. With the Innovation Fund, we also created the sub fund. And the journey is then gradually moving towards creating a dollar denomination fund, which is the growth fund. So when all the structure is set, the base is set, this is where we want to go for a bigger leap and support the Series A and Series B company. Many of our companies are doing good. We have about 70 companies in our portfolio. Many of them are also flipping structures and getting bigger. And this is where we were passing on those companies to others. Instead of that, we would have our own sub fund. That's the approach. Very similar sectors we are carrying, almost all the sectors, but our focus has been that for growth stage fund, the next fund would support them. And if companies are flipping structures and becoming a US centric or a Singapore centric, those would be invested through the growth fund. Obviously, it would be a very focused fund and we won't be picking up, large number of companies as we have picked up in the early fund, because Innovation India Fund was largely about supporting early stage companies and supporting the ecosystem. Once that base continues, and we are obviously expanding the base, we are also trying to see if we can pick up the Series A, Series B company. And that's the broad structure that we are putting in. Similar approach, we would have companies at pre-Series A, Series A and Series B level. And we would be investing at an early stage companies in the Innovation Fund and carrying the journey forward. The ones which are doing well will continue to put in larger capital from this fund. We'll continue to also identify few good companies from the market. So this will give us a flexibility to pick up companies not just from India, but even neighboring countries. If there are good companies in Bangladesh, Vietnam, Israel, we will also not shy away in investing in them, as long as we have a good access to the market so that we can pick up right companies and gradually also can help them. So if you have friends who are in those markets who would like to support, we'll welcome all of those introductions. Obviously, a lot of these would also have an investor base in the US and UK. I'm sure most of you have access to the US families. Introduce those friends to us. A large part of this would also be through an institutional play, large family offices. So family offices of Dubai, family offices of Singapore, large institutional players of the US. We look forward to working with them. There are a few conversations already going for anchor investors to join, but till the time we lock it in, all conversations are welcome. So if you have, friends that you would like to recommend, we'll work with all of them. This would also have a play with corporates. So some companies which would like to have their venture arrangements in India, we would be open to work with them. So if you are working with large corporate venture firms, CVCs, and if they are working to partner with us, we would have a formal approach to share with you also. In terms of activity, if I take an example of, let's say, an AdTech strategic fund looking to partner with us in India, what would they do? They would have a global access to us. They will find a much, growth-oriented companies from an Indian market, very large deal flow. When they work at an early stage, very limited opportunity exists. They would also have a track record of companies. When we have invested in them for 12 to 36 months, we are also monitoring their performance. They will be able to see those companies, and due diligence is much easier. When they are partnering with us and putting money, putting $1 or $2 million for them from that fund is very easy. And those companies which are doing good, 10 to 15 million, 30 million kind of investment would make sense, right? So at early stage, obviously the ROI is better. At a late stage, the success ratios are generally fine if you work through this model. Most of the funds, when they invest for the first time and have no correlation with the first fund, they would generally be, shooting in the dark. Here, we would all be investing into companies that we have seen growing and are performing well. So out of 100 odd companies in our innovation fund, we'll pick and choose those 20, 25 companies which need a large capital. So that is the vision. And we look forward to working with you guys on that fund.
This is one of the important segments. We just invited few of our portfolio startups. So we just have a few minutes chat with them, not too long, 6-8 minutes.
This is Yugen. I'm the co-founder of Hirex.ai. We are a HR tech startup based out of IIIT Hyderabad. We develop a voice-based AI to conduct level 1 interviews, specifically for mass hiring requirements in the industry.
My name is Gaurav. I'm the co-founder and CEO at EdMingle. So EdMingle has built this 360-degree platform used by edtech businesses to launch their own platforms like Upgrad and Unacademy. So we are Shopify for edtech businesses. We are currently working with around 550 businesses who are training almost 20 lakh students across 130 plus countries.
My name is Nikhil Hegde, the co-founder of 6 Degree. We're one of the most leading e-commerce enablement platforms, especially in the fashion and lifestyle segment. We worked with more than about 50 to 70 SMB customers and now into the big leagues working with some of the largest corporates in the fashion retail space.
This is Purnang from Samaro. Samaro is an event tech SaaS platform. It empowers event organizers to streamline their operations, boost attendee engagement, and maximize their ROI, and all of that in a single platform. Samaro currently has customer presence in 35 different countries and has hosted more than 10 lakh attendees on its platform.
My name is Shrikar Kottamachu, founder and CEO of Nessa Medtech. Unlike all of these guys, we are a medical device company. So what we do is we do scarless image-guided surgeries. Generally, whenever you think about surgery, there'll be a cut open or they make some holes and do a keyhole surgery. But we realize the same thing and much better outcomes without any scar in the body. And we are starting off to work in women's health, but it's a platform. It can be extended to other platforms as well, other clinical conditions. We recently received a part of our device, a US FDA approval as well. And I must be one of the latest portfolio companies. So we were funded in September this year.
My name is Nikhil Malkar. Our company's name is Game Studios. We are based in the city of Mumbai. And currently we are developing this game called Mumbai Gullies. It's an open world game based on the city of Mumbai. So you can explore the entire city of Mumbai. You can hop onto a rickshaw, taxi, eat a pani puri, vada pav or pav bhaji. And our hope is to eventually create high quality games from India so that we can explore not just Mumbai, but also showcase what we have special going on in various different parts of India. So we can explore like a Hyderabad, Kolkata or Gujarat or whatever. So the sky's the limit and that's what we are.
We are the founders of Viva. So, many of you would have bought products on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. While it is very convenient to buy products from all of these channels, it is very tough for brands to basically manage where the sales is even coming from, where are they spending on ads, what are the logistic platforms they are using. We are a no-code analytics platform which takes all of that journey within a few minutes, producing pre-built reports and dashboards straight off the bat. So we are Viva.ai.
I am founder of PairTech. So at PairTech, we have been building augmented reality solutions for some of the largest food tech companies in India. So we currently work with Zomato as well. So you would have probably seen the AR feature on Zomato. So that is something that is built by us. Apart from that, we built a complete end-to-end ERP solution for restaurants. So today we work with about 1,000 plus restaurants, pan-India, and then we are expanding internationally as well. So essentially what we are trying to build is a complete end-to-end ecosystem for a single restaurant owner to run his restaurant more efficiently and increase their profits.
In the last dinner hosted in March, we had given out Class C shares certificates to our curator. However, some of them weren't here. So we would like to give it on to them today.
Stay informed about the startup ecosystem. Subscribe to My Startup TV.